Hey, it's Betty. I've been wanting to do some videos for my YouTube channel about my personal opinions. Um, and today is the first one, so we'll see how it goes. Some of my Facebook friends, I asked the question, if I posted some of my personal opinions, would you be interested in hearing them or watching any of my videos? And they said yeah. So I decided to do some and see how it goes because it's just now these videos are my personal opinion. Um, they're not based off of any news story or anything like that. It's just my opinions on certain subjects in life in general and things going on in the world, stuff like that. First, I'll start off by telling you a little bit about me because being YouTube, you know, I've never been on YouTube before on a video, so I'm married. Um, I'm 45. I have 5 children, 3 girls, 2 boys. They're all grown and married. And I am a big animal activist, animal rescuer, and animal rights person. Don't like rudeness. Rude behavior is unacceptable to me. I don't like pointing people out because of their ethnic, religious, or sexual orientation. I got friends of all colors, creeds, um, straight, gay, bi, transsexual, you name it, I got friends. And I know people, and, people from all over the country, um, people from different countries, all different religions, everything from Jewish to Mormon to, which I am. Uh, I'm a Christian. I got Wicca friends. I'm a Christian, but I am spiritual. My father is Mexican. My mother has Native American heritage. Uh, so that's a little bit about me. I'm opinionated. I can be a smart ass. These videos are for people 18 and older. These are not for your children, not for your youngsters, because I don't do kids videos. Matter of fact, this is the first one I've ever done, so, and it may be the last. But I wanted to hit on the subject of the gun control, people thinking that all guns are bad, and people thinking that it's not acceptable, to carry a weapon. I'm a gun owner. I have owned guns all my life. I was born and raised in a small town in Virginia called Clintwood in the Appalachian Mountains. I have a very large extended family still there. Was born and raised in a very poor situation, but at the time I didn't know it. My mother and father, Dad would go out of town and work, and Mom worked hours on raising a garden, sewing, canning. My brother went hunting. He went ginsenging. He would, bring in meat. He would bring sassafras. It's called sassafras root. That's the name of it. Getting tongue-tied. And my mom would make homemade medicine out of it for us, especially for my little sister Dora, who had really bad asthma when she was small. And we just thought it was normal. But I can remember when I was about 4, being on the back porch of our old house, and my brother getting on his knees behind me, and I was standing there, and I asked him, could I shoot his gun? He had a rifle. I think it was a .22. Could have been a shotgun. I think it was a shotgun. Anyway, he got on his knees and he said, yeah. And Mom told him, yeah. She said, but don't let her get hurt, you know. And I can remember pulling the trigger and it knocking me back into him. And I laughed. I couldn't wait to shoot it again. It was the most fun adrenaline rush as a little bitty kid I could imagine. And I was hooked from there. And I still own guns. These people who go out here and get weapons off the street, they're the people that need to be controlled a little bit more with the gun laws. But the government has no right to tell us as American citizens who were born and raised here, who work here, who make America what it is as far as the population wise and the citizenship goes. They have no right to tell us we can't have our guns. It's in it's in the amendments, it's in the Constitution, and I've owned guns, shotguns all my life, and I'm going to continue to do so. And nobody's going to take mine away. I'm not going to let that happen. I love my guns, I always have. And even though I'm an animal activist, I know that there's people out there still today, like I grew up, without somebody going out and hunting, that family's going without meat. They can't afford to go to the store and buy meat and have a freezer full. I've been deer hunting. I've been elk hunting. I went squirrel hunting. I even went bear hunting once. I've been coon hunting, possum hunting, you name it. I've done it. And I enjoyed it. And we didn't kill the animals to just kill them. We needed the meat or the hide, because some animals' hides you can sell them. Not so much now, but when I grew up. I think the gun makers in Washington are crazy as hell, because you're going to sit here and tell me, as an American citizen, I need to go out here, and I had paperwork done, showed them my driver's license, did a background check, did everything except a rectal exam to get my weapons. Okay? But I can go out here on the yard sale page on Facebook, go down the street to a flea market, and if I had the cash in my hand, I could come back with $1,000 worth of guns. No ID being shown, no paperwork, no background check. And hell, sometimes they even have, hey, I got this 12-gauge shotgun and 10 things of ammo. Come get it. And you're going to sit here and tell me I have to go through all this stuff? And then you're going to threaten to come and seize the guns? I don't care if you're the president. I don't care who you are. You have no right to infringe on the freedom of the people of the United States of America. And I'm afraid that if you do, there's going to be hell to pay, because I don't think not all of us is going to just go, okay, here's my guns. Hell no. We're going to be like, bitch, no. That's exactly what you're going to run into, especially in my neck of the woods, where I'm from. So I just want to say that it's sad that so many police officers are being targeted, and it's sad that so many thugs and bastards and bitches are on the street stealing, robbing, shooting up houses, killing innocent kids, idiots shooting up schools. All that's horrible stuff. But you cannot blame the gun. You're going to have to start putting a label on that person behind that gun. Look at how maybe the people who raised that damn kid need some, pointing out. And how did the person get the gun? You know, you can't you can't single us all out as being bad people because we choose to protect our homes, our families, and ourselves. I will protect my home. I will protect my family. And I will protect myself. And if you think otherwise, then you got another thing coming. And I think every American out there that is law abiding, don't have felonies, never had a violent gun crime that you've committed, just normal, everyday, good, law abiding citizens who work hard, you need to exercise your rights and you need to protect your home, protect your family. Because if you haven't watched the news, how many times have I seen stuff where in cities, which I live right outside of a big metropolitan city now. I don't live in the country anymore in the Appalachian Mountains. I wish I did. But I've heard of people calling and saying, there's a home invasion going on, and 911 puts them on hold. Really? You know, policemen, 99.9% of all policemen are your neighbors. They care about you. They're good guys, and I don't think all of them are bad. Of course, there's bad in every creed, color, race, religion, job, but it's not all of them. And they can't get to you to help you. You're going to have to protect yourself at some point. God forbid you ever have to, but if it comes down to that, you need to be able to, knowingly how, and not afraid to do it. It hasn't been that long ago since I went out in my backyard with a gun and confronted somebody that was either trying to get into my car, trying to get into my home, or they were doing something at 3-something in the morning, you know, behind my house. And I walked outside, and I didn't think twice about it. Yeah, I called the police, but he ran and took off before they got here, you know. But I bet you, and I told him I had a gun. And I hope I scared the hell out of him, and I hope he never comes back. But people, please, 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 exercise your right to own and bear arms. Do not let some bureaucrat jackass or some person who thinks because they're president that they can get by with anything. I don't live under a dictatorship. I don't know about you, but I don't live under a dictatorship, nor do I want to. Tell us we can't own guns anymore, or tell us we're going to have to give them up. If there's a criminal out there with a gun, then you have a right to have a gun. Take them out of the, drug dealers' hands. Take them out of the thugs' hands. Take them out of the gangbangers' hands. And then you can come talk to me, and I might listen to what you got to say. Until then, I don't give a shit what you say. These lawmakers can kiss my ass, and that's my opinion. So, I'm not going to spend over 15 minutes on this whole video because, it's not something I want to debate on a lot. But everybody that's living has had someone to die of gun violence. I've had a few. My grandfather was shot in a cornfield. It was never solved. He was murdered. Had a friend of mine not long ago, 10 years ago, her baby daddy blew her head off in front of her kid, all over the car seat. Oh, she had a restraining order. That piece of paper really protected her. Wake up and protect yourself, because you are a U.S. citizen, you are law-abiding, and you have every freaking right to protect your home, your family, your liberty, and your Constitution and your amendments. That's your right. Nobody should be able to take that away from you. And that's all I got to say, because that's my opinion.